Wasn't them. Oh, we have the president. We could just talk directly to
We
him.
could talk directly to him. He is here.
He's right here.
Wow, what an honor to have be joined by the president again.
Can you, Ethan, Elliot, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can hear you.
Barron, is this on? Is this like okay?
We can hear you, Mr. President.
Yeah, we can hear you, Mr.
It's
President.
so great to be back on your show. It's such an honor for you to have me on again.
Right.
I heard the first appearance, it broke all the internet records that you've ever had, which is absolutely fantastic. Everything I touch turns to gold. It turns to gold. So I'm very excited to be on. And you guys are big social media people. And I want to announce I have a what's called a blog. I invented something called a blog, and it's very big now. You go to my website, and you go /desk, and that's my new blog. You can be there.
I'm sorry. What is the address?
I don't know. Does anyone know? Kelly, what's the complete address? Okay, they're going to check. They're going to check.
Okay.
But if you do /desk, then everything I say is there.
Okay, interesting.
It's like my own Twitter.
/desk. Okay. Well, first of all, Donald, thank you for joining us. How is life? You know, it's been a minute. You're out of office. How is life down at Mar-a-Lago? Just checking in a little bit.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic. We built a replica of the press room here. And I changed the seal. Changed the seal. It has a big red T like my tie, This is the room with the fake news. You used to ask me a lot of fake news questions, but now I'm in charge because I'm the real news president. I'll be back very soon. Believe me.
Yeah.
Believe me. But everything's great. I golf every day. I have a cheeseburger every day. I feel absolutely fantastic. All the bigwigs come down to visit me. So I had Ted Cruz here. You know, Lion Ted. I had Lion Ted.
Right. Did you when you guys were enjoying dinner, did you say a comment on his wife's appearance, or was that not discussed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He takes it so well. I mean, it's just, you just can't help to kick this guy. He's such a loser. Your wife's ugly. He's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. I said, you're fat. He goes, yes, sir. You know, he just goes with whatever I say.
And
it's tremendous.
And that's really interesting to know. Yeah. Because during the campaign, you had famously called his wife ugly. You had said his dad was like killed JFK.
Yeah, his dad did kill JFK. You know what? I think it's great. He just goes along with it. He just goes, I could say pretty much anything. I could say he kidnapped the Lindbergh baby. He'd be fine with it.
It's amazing.
They don't really seem to care.
It is amazing. Listen,
I mean, can I say ass kisser on your show? Is that okay?
Oh, you can say whatever you want, Mr. President.
Oh, we don't have any rules?
No rules.
No FCC? Rules. Okay, well, what an ass kisser this guy is. My God. It's really incredible. He's so slimy. He just kind of slithered away at the end of dinner. I actually gave him a bill for dinner at the end. Here you go, Ted. You're paying for both of us, pal. You're paying for both of us.
Now, did you guys compare hand size? I know you get criticized for having small hands. Did you? I noticed the photo. His hands look kind of small.
Let me tell you something. People give me a hard time. Look at these hands. Look at these. These are big hands. These are billionaire hands, presidential hands. You know what they say? Big hands, big gloves. Well, for him, he has the tiniest hands. He has like those little toy hands. He has the little toy hands.
Right.
Did you ever see those little toy? He literally has little toy hands. It's incredible. It's incredible. So small. And you know what they say when you have tiny hands?
What did they say?
Well, you know what they say. Little Marco tried to say that about me, but that's not true because there's no complaints down there.
Right.
Very happy customers. Very happy customers. Believe me. Even Stormy Daniels said, "Wow, I've never seen it shaped like that before," and that's a compliment.
Right. Well, I do recall her describing that you had like a big mushroom tip with a small
mushroom head. The Purple Helmet Club. I'm very proud of that. And fair skin. I have fair skin down there.
Right. Okay. Well, fantastic. I didn't expect to discuss your penis today, but I'm happy to discuss whatever you want.
I'm so happy to discuss my penis. It's a tremendous penis. You know what I mean? No one has a penis like my penis. Believe me.
Oh, I believe you. So are you planning there's a lot of questions about 2024 possibly running. What do you think? People are saying maybe you'll be too old by then. No, I'm very youthful. I was the youngest president in the history of presidents. But I really think this country. What are you talking about? I mean, young in the mind, because I'm a stable genius and I have a very young mind. I have a very young mind. And I have very smart blood. Did you know that? So my blood isn't really aging like Sleepy Joe's, because he's like 100 years old. A lot of people don't know that. He's so old they discontinued his blood type. So he's not going to be around too much longer. And I could step in at any time. Anytime I could come back in. And I think 2024 is right around the corner. And I would do a tremendous job. And listen, all like
like, all the CNN, MSNBC, ratings way down. I can help them if I come back in a face ban, the Facebook ban, which is absolutely ludicrous. It's sad. It's sad. I can't, no one can hear me. I'm being silenced.
That's true. Silenced. Oh, yeah.
It is true.
Well,
it is true.
That's why we're giving you a platform, sir.
Thank you so much. You're a true American. Absolutely.
Well, okay.
Absolutely.
So
You're
what I
incredible.
really wanted to ask you about here today is that I'll show it on the screen here. Is that apparently,
Right.
I know you're a very busy man, but you made time to call Jake.
I got a
Paul.
lot of time. I'm really not doing anything.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to be nice, but
Pretty free. Pretty
yeah,
free.
pretty free. Well, you FaceTimed Jake Paul, and I was just curious
Yes.
how that came to be.
Well, you know what? He just kept going, sir, President Trump, sir, can I talk to you, sir? It'll be very impressive for my followers, sir. And he said it was at the top of his list.
I
At the
saw
top
that,
of his
yeah.
list. And I thought, you know what? Who am I to take away this kid's dream and being able to check this off his list? So I FaceTime with him. I didn't realize I had a bear in the cave. It was a bad angle for me.
Oh no! Right.
But I was on my private Trump jet, which is an incredible jet. No one has a jet like my jet. It's really it's an amazing jet. Believe me. You should
I
see my
believe you.
flight attendants.
I'm
They're
fine.
gorgeous.
I believe you.
Yeah, but we did it, and he has it now, and he's leveraged. They call it leverage, and he's leveraging it. But I'm leveraging it too because I want to be part of the Paul compound because they got a lot of people there, a lot of great people. Him, his brother, not so much his dad, but you know what I'm talking about.
And so, what did you guys discuss on the phone call?
Oh, what's better, KFC or McDonald's? In a pinch, will Wendy's do? You know what I mean? He made sure to tell me he's not using any steroids or anything like that to get into shape. No performance-enhancing drugs. I was like, I believe you. I don't even know why you'd bring that up. I didn't even ask.
Oh, are you
talk-
insinuating that he might be juicing because he brought it up out of nowhere?
Well, I'm not really a juice guy. I like diet soda and things like that.
Yeah.
But, he might be. He might be because he might have one, those type of things, and they make the juice out of that.
Did he mention
He is
what
a
kind
big
of
guy.
milk?
He looks a little unusually big. He looks a little
I
unusual.
catch your
I'm a
drift.
big guy. I'm 6'3". He's like,
Right. I catch your drift.
he's filling the whole frame in the FaceTime.
Yeah. And what was the impression you got from talking to Jake? Do you think he's like a smart guy? Do you think he's an interesting guy? Someone you
Well,
want to hang
compared
out
to a
with?
lot of people I know, compared to Don and Eric, he's like a genius. He's like a
Right.
genius.
Right.
He seems very smart about his type of work. I wouldn't replace him at an important job then again, I probably would. I'd probably put him in some like a Secretary of State or something.
Oh, Jake Paul, Secretary of State.
Oh, yeah, because he knows a lot of people. He knows a lot of people.
Yeah.
And people who know people are good secretaries of state.
pretty
That's
high
why
up there.
Pompeo.
Did you discuss with him possibly maybe we could get you in the ring to do a boxing match? These are very popular now. Apparently, people are making a lot of money.
I actually did the whole thing with Vince McMahon and the
Oh,
WWE.
right. You have experience.
Yeah, we shaved his head. And I think that came close. I could have lost my hair, but we shaved Vince McMahon's head. And did you know some of that is choreographed? Did you know that? I just found that out. I thought it was all real.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually. I just finding that out right now from you.
I learned that.
Yeah.
Those guys really juice. Believe me, they were. There's like a table in the back room when I was on. It was just like a smorgasbord of stuff.
Well, could we get you in the ring today possibly? Like who would be a good matchup for you? Would you fight Jake Paul?
Yeah, sure. I'd take that kid in like 5 minutes.
All right.
He wouldn't know what hit him. You have to remember, I'm 6'3" and I'm very, very strong. I'm probably the strongest president in the history of presidents.
Right.
You know what I mean? Very, very strong. And no one hits a ball the way I hit a ball. Have you seen some of my golf shots? I have a tremendous body and I have a lot of center weight.
Yeah, we can see
Tremendous
this.
We
athlete.
noticed.
Actually, I've noticed you have quite a dump truck, as the kids say. I've seen
Yeah,
some shots of
and
you
the women,
golfing.
the women love that. They love that. They love big butts on men.
Right,
I got a
sure.
good one. Melania, who I haven't seen in quite a while, but she's supposedly likes it.
Where's Melania?
You like
You haven't
the-
seen her?
Well, No, she likes to play hide and seek here at Mar-a-Lago. And some days she's really good at it because sometimes she's gone 4 and 5 days at a time, and then she pops up in another country. You know what I mean? She's incredible, though. Is she amazing? She speaks 6 languages. Wow. One of them is in English, unfortunately. But we're gonna
By the way, I always wanted to ask you. You know, her campaign as the first lady was "Be Best" against bullying.
Be best.
And I always thought that was just so ironic because, I mean, not to call you a bully, sir, but you did have strong, confrontational words with a lot of people. So I thought it was somewhat ironic that her campaign was "Be Best."
Well, you know what? Be Best wasn't just about internet bullying, which I'm probably the best at. It's also about being the best person that you can be. You know what I mean? But if you're a loser, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's just being honest. That's just you're doing a person a favor being honest with them, if you know what I'm talking about.
Did Melania ever once try to be like, Mr. President, I'm doing the Be Best thing. Maybe you could tone it down on Twitter?
I don't really listen to her when she talks. You know what I mean? And it's hard to understand her. It's hard to understand her. It's a lot of clicking and popping when she talks. I don't
Right.
I just give her money. She disappears, comes back with a nice handbag.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm very happy to hear from you. It's just, I find it's such a shame that you've been silenced, as you say, because, we miss your tweets. We miss seeing you in the White House. I'm very sad, for example, to see that the COVID cases are going down and that people are getting vaccinated. I know if you
that's because of me. That's the Warp Speed program that I created. That's me. I did that. Because you remember, I said I'd like everything open by Easter, and we pretty much were, and we pretty much are. Right. And I was a year ahead of everyone. You see that? Because I'm a stable genius and I'm always ahead of everybody.
Do you believe people should be wearing masks, by the way?
Well, if you want to. If you don't want to, it's fine. I mean, Halloween's probably the ideal time to do that.
Right. Not because the pandemic, the CDC says we should be wearing masks. It's more about just if you want to celebrate Halloween.
Right. I mean, if it's a good look, you could wear it. For me, I'm just not a mask guy in general. You know what I'm saying? But like Mike Pence, he looks good in a mask. You know what I mean? Anything to cover his mouth is a good idea. That's what I like. But if you want to wear it, wear it. If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated.
Who cares, right?
I got vaccinated. I did it in secret. And everyone's like, why'd you do it in secret? Because you didn't want anyone to know. But now they know, so go ahead and get vaccinated if you want to. But if you don't want to, don't do it.
Right,
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Right? Freedom. Like Mel Gibson said at the end of Braveheart.
Right, freedom.
Thank you.
Well,
wow, you must have a big crowd at the studio.
The biggest crowd.
Like 50, 60,000 people.
Well, Mr. President, it's been, of course, a great honor to have you call in.
Absolutely. And I do want to mention, I'm glad you brought up, Jake Paul. I think what happened the other day at that BLM march was very unfortunate. All he did was take some guy's hat, and now he has to fight some guy who turns out to be a professional boxer, which was totally rigged from the beginning, I have to tell you. It looked all set up to me.
Oh, you think that the Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight was rigged?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
he didn't win, did he? He didn't win, did he?
And do you think, just to correct you, sir, that wasn't a Black Lives Matter march. Some people might find that offensive. It was just...
there were just African-American people there.
I just figured it was a group of black people. It's just a march or something. You know what I mean?
Mr.
And I love the black people. Listen, I love the black people. They're tremendous people, fantastic people, great people. There's none of them here in West Palm, but I'm sure, in D.C. there are a lot.
Right, I got you. Well, I'd love to have you back again to comment on the ongoing issues. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry to keep you. I just have so many questions for you. Are you more of a Maverick or a Jake Pollard?
Right.
Well, I like Jake Pollard, but the whole Maverick thing with me reminds me of John McCain. And as I've always said, I like my war heroes who don't get captured. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm going to have to go with Jake Pollard. Yeah, but I do like Top Gun, and the sequel's coming out very, very soon.
Oh, Maverick and Top Gun. Right.
Are you into boxing, Mr. President?
Absolutely. You remember one of my good friends was Don King. Don King.
Oh,
great guy. One of the biggest promoters of all time. And I had Mike Tyson fight at Trump Plaza many, many times in Atlantic City. Made me a lot of money. Made me a lot of money. Not enough to stave off the bankruptcy, but it made me a lot of money.
Right, sure. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of money for that.
There's a lot of money.
Okay. I'm sorry. There's one famous video that we love to talk about here of your son, Don Jr., on Instagram talking about his algorithms being crushed. Did you guys ever get any information about algorithms being crushed by Instagram or anything like that?
Well, you know, we negotiated with Algorithm and some other countries near them, and I thought everything was fine with the Algorithm and Albania and some of those other countries. So they're wonderful people. They're hardworking people, the Algorithm.
Okay. Oh, I think you missed the. Well, okay. I get your drift. I won't ask a follow up for that one. All right. Well, listen, Mr. President, it's been an honor. Thank you for calling
always
in.
An honor for you to have me on. Always an honor.
And
you guys were good. But before I go, how's Teddy Fresh? What a great guy he is.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Mr. President.
Very good.
Yes. How's it going?
The best.
It's doing very, very well.
In the industry, there's nothing like it.
There's nothing. That's what I like to hear. That's how we did with the hats, with the MAGA hats. It did very, very well. Is that a Teddy Fresh that you're wearing, Ethan?
Yes, it is, Mr. President.
I like that.
Thank you so much.
Style. That would look very good down here at Mar-a-Lago. Maybe you could open a shop inside of Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, I think that would be very nice. That would show how hip I am. You know what I mean? I'm very hip.
Eva's a little sour. We'll talk. We'll discuss that. Maybe we'll discuss that. Well, thank you so much again. And
thank you, Joe. Have a tremendous. Oh, and I forgot. I got you to something I got you your own presidential pardon.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Does that work in
just
civil
in case you need it.
Wow.
This will cover all federal crimes. I can't help you on a state level. I know you're in California, right?
Yeah.
You know, with that Gavin, whatever his name is. But this will get you any federal crimes. I could cover you. You know what I mean?
Mr. President, you didn't have to do that. Thank you.
So much.
We're going to ship that right over to you. If you can send me the money on Venmo, we'll get the shipping.
I have to pay for it?
Right.
Oh, that's
absolutely.
Okay.
What do you think I'm doing this for free?
Yeah, right. No, I did actually, but we'll figure it out.
Generally, gifts you don't have to pay for is the thing.
Well,
yeah.
Exactly.
But that's okay.
Exactly. All right, you two. Well, tremendous speaking with you. I'm going to have my third lunch. That's what I call it.
Third lunch. That sounds good.
It's really incredible. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be delicious.
Mr. President, take care. We love you.
All right, everybody.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, Kelly, how do I turn this off? Do I just turn this?
Oh, there you go.
got it.
Okay, you figured it out.
Wow.
Wow.
The president calling into the H3 podcast. Incredible.
Unbelievable.
We got our own pardon.
Yeah, I wonder how much he wants for it, though, because I'm kind of strapped with the lawsuit.
I think they go for like 50,000 or something like that.
Pardons for 50 grand?
Seems pretty cheap. It's a good deal.
I wish it worked on lawsuits. I'd pay more for it in that case. Well, you know what? I should have asked him if he'd talk to Jake Paul about dropping the lawsuit.
Right.
You know. Can you get him back on the phone? I'm kidding. I love that Donald Trump, man. Love him.
It's really cool of him to make time for our podcast, you know?
We were talking about...
He is a legend.
Right.
You know, I do miss Trump in the way that, like, he's just so entertaining. So lively, so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
He's a showman.
Just not as president, maybe.
No, not so presidential. Yeah.
69.
69.